everyone, and welcome to our final episode of Ancient Antics. I'm Emma. I'll be your dungeon master for this evening, and thank you for joining us for this evening of Dungeons and Dragons. We're thrilled to be streaming tonight at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. For anyone who hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons before, everyone around me is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. They have sheets in front of them that tell them what their characters are really good at and potentially what they're slightly weaker at. They'll be rolling 20-sided dice to interact with their sheets and see, whether they're successful at what they set out to do. 20s are fantastic, 1s are not so great. So we'll be hoping for lots of 20s tonight, obviously. And while they're playing their characters, everything else in the world was played by me. Last episode it was mostly a lot of hags and then a gold dragon. I mean, yeah, that is what it was.
Got that album, I think, somewhere.
A lot of hags and a gold dragon. And together we're creating the final chapter of this particular story, although maybe not the final chapter for these particular heroes. I'm gender fluid. I use the pronouns M or Emma, and I'm going to give our players a chance to introduce for the final time this thing. Their characters themselves, their pronouns, characters' pronouns, maybe a little bit about how your character's grown over the course of the campaign. David, you get to go first this time.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I remain, as ever, David, he, him, playing for the 5th time, and hopefully not the final time, but I mean, it's not up to me. It's up to the powers that be. So Torvald. Torvald has grown, I'd say, quite a lot over the course of the campaign, oftentimes for about a minute at a time. He's grown about double. So, and it's been a real educational journey for him. I would say that in terms of the actual character, like, emotional growth, there's been a couple of nice moments. One with Tina kind of being like, "Not everyone does not hate your princess," and one with Zeleny. So the cousins, really. He's so whoever ends up being queen, like, he's just making sure that he's a trusted advisor.
All avenues are covered.
Oh, you played us like a damn fiddle.
I mean, what a douche. Kind of is the point of character. Thanks, David. Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use the pronouns he, him, as does Eofwa Cobb, the Pigfolk Ranger, who I have the pleasure of playing this time around. Eofwa, I don't know in terms of growth, has definitely been on a journey, being that he discovers that his entire people, or like all of his family and descendants, were turned into actual pigs instead of just pig folk. And yeah, I guess kind of had a bit of a nice moment with Zeleny and with Sir Griffon about trying to cheer up Eofwa when he was at his lowest. So yeah, and he's just I don't know, hoping that there might be another way that he can see his wife and children again. But, who knows?
See how tonight goes. Tom.
Hello, I am Tom Him, and I'm playing... It's very warm in here, but I'm playing Zeleny, she, her, the former Green Knight. She's confused. Her oaths were taken away from her by the princess, who's no longer a princess. Assume it's still a cousin. I don't know how that works. It's just Zeleny hadn't had a very good afternoon, we'll put it that way. Her horse kind of dislikes her in a weird way, but will be stoned if it's sent back to the Feywild, as far as Zeleny knows. She gained a cousin. She lost a princess. She gained a squire. She lost a squire. And then she tried to have a swim, had a really beautiful, heartfelt conversation, and then got thrown in a pond for what is canonically the 2nd time. I think in the one shot we mentioned Torvald, I fell down a well and everyone laughed. So, yes. So Zeleny isn't in the best place, but actually, as we said, had the moment of like when someone's had a bit of a upset and then just comes and quietly sits down at dinner and then is like, oh, I'm being passed things. Okay, no one hates me. This is fine. So I think the dinner kind of lifted up, and maybe there were some jokes. Maybe things were quite nice and sweet, but yeah, I'm sure everything's fine. And let's ignore the fact that God wants to talk to me. I'm busy. I've got a separate quest. God can talk to me later. God's on hold.
God's on hold.
God's on hold.
Thanks, Tom. Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Sir Griffon Sertain, who uses he, him pronouns. Sir Sertain. I think as much as a crap dad can sort of improve and grow, I feel like Sir Sertain has met that.
I love you. You're the best. You're the best dad. It's not like a pivotal moment for Sir Sertain, but there's a moment with Stephen, as I think Sir Sertain is still calling Zelani's horse, where Sir Sertain did give Stephen, or Starscream, I think. Yeah, my horse is called Starscream.
The sweets, the bag with the sweets. I think that's possibly one of the main growing moments. In terms of Sir Sertain, I think he's just glad to be with his friends and with the people that he's with. This is just another adventure for him. But yeah, he's coming to terms maybe with what's happening. He's certainly come to terms with what's happened with Tine. Zelani's just that teenage daughter that he's just learning to talk to, and well, Sir Torvald just gets on with it, and Iofa does too. So yeah, I think that's where he's at.
Thank you. And finally, Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing the former Princess Tine Vandermeer, who also uses she, her pronouns, and I'd like to just take a moment. I've been rehearsing that all day so I wouldn't mess it up, and I got it right. Thank you.
Our princess.
Yes, so Tine is no longer a princess, so she's been on quite the emotional journey. Found out she had a cousin, and then that cousin proceeded to not treat her very nicely when she lost the princess title. So there's probably something to be resolved there. Has discovered that being selfless doesn't feel very good in the end. It's a nice thing to do for other people, but not for yourself. And is kind of questioning choices. Like, I think she's glad she did it, but is probably not likely to jump at the chance to do it again. So, we'll see how it goes in the last session and where it goes from there.
Amazing. We'll be rounding off this campaign tonight. Usually we run for about 3 hours. We will see how we do, because obviously we are finding a good endpoint for this story, so it might be slightly shorter, it might be slightly longer. We will take a break at the middle, hopefully, for roughly 5-10 minutes. But again, we're improvising, so we will see how this goes. You will be notified when the break happens. We will let you know. We're delighted to be sponsored by a number of companies. Let me start off with Hero Forge. Hero Forge make amazing customizable tabletop minis. You can see them somewhere on the screen right now, big, the ones that we made for this campaign. So you can see everyone's characters, really big. And what Hero Forge offers is basically a website that you go to with every option you could possibly think of. Well, probably not, you can probably think of more, but there's a lot on there to start with, to make a character, to make exactly what you want, in terms of how they look, what they're wearing, what they're carrying, how they're holding it. If you go super in depth, you can change their pose in ways that are very, very innovative, which is what Sean does on our Forging the Characters content. Or you can go much more surface than that and just create like, this is my pretty character, this is what I want them to look like, and then I can get them sent to me in resin. And you can either have it in grey, so you can paint it yourself. But if you're not a really good painter, you can also get it in coloured plastic. It's not plastic, it's resin. Anyway, the coloured version, so you don't have to paint it, which is really great if you're not, a very talented painter. So yes, Hero Forge is great. Check them out at heroforge.com to see everything that is available through them. Our second sponsor for this evening is Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro do lots of other things for your tabletop. So card mats, so you can pick up cards easily off your table. Card boxes, dice rolling trays. I have a figurine of Adorable Power. I have, as I dubbed it live, the shit poo, which is not what I meant. This is the poo emoji.
As opposed to a good poo. I mean,
plenty of shit poos in my time. Just wait till you reach the mid-30s.
Need more fibre, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah. Eat more hay. That's what we've learned on this adventure.
Wait, said hair then, Tom, and I was like, oh my god.
Wait, you don't eat your hair? What do you do with it? Put it in the bin? Disgusting.
Sometimes the words just happen. Anyway, you can get things like this, and there are loads of different characters. You don't have to get this one. From the Ultra Pro website, and we are giving away a gift card with Ultra Pro today in chat. So just say anything in chat, probably something nice about one of our players, and you will be in with a chance.
Yeah, compliment the shit poo.
Just say shit poo.
Oh my god, I'm very sorry. Whoever is modding tonight, I'm real sorry.
We're not.
The kobolds are used to it.
Yes, and you'll be in a chance to win the Ultra gift card, so you yourself can have a shit poo. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the wonderful Elderwood Academy. Elderwood make these beautiful wooden dice boxes, dice rolling trays, hex chests, dice rolling towers, things. Oh my god, there's dice everywhere. Never mind, the dog's not in here, so we won't be able to eat it, which is the main concern. Elderwood, again, it's customizable, so you can go on their website and choose your wood, your design, the leather color, lots of different options. And you can basically get what you want sent to you, and they are absolutely beautiful. They're really high quality. Would really recommend if you're looking for a dice box, getting one from Elderwood. And we have a discount with them at the moment, so there'll be a link in chat. But if you type in roll-together as a voucher code, you'll get 10% off your purchase. So yes, love Elderwood. Do go have a look at what they have on offer. Let's go through our supporters as well. So we'll start with D&D Beyond, who are providing all of the character sheets for everyone today. So everyone has a sheet that tells them what they can and can't do and what their stats are, and you can see them on the left-hand side of the screen at the moment. So you can see what all their abilities are. They are level 11, so they have quite a lot of abilities. Some of them have taken multiple different feats and different multi-classes, so there's a lot going on. So yeah, if you want to see what they've all chosen, you can go there. I will be using their encounter builder for what's happening today because, surprise, it's going to be an encounter. Shock horror. And we have actually, Chris made for me the monster that I am using today, which is it's an old monster from 3rd edition that we have recreated. And we'll be putting that up onto Beyond as well. So if you have the desire to use it in your home games, it will be available to you. So yes, D&D Beyond are fantastic. Do check them out. If you haven't already, which you probably have, because I'd be amazed if anyone hasn't come across them at this point. Let's move on to Level Up Dice. Level Up Dice make really big dice. I didn't have any to hand because I wasn't prepared. Yes, I do. They're here.
Yay.
There we go. That is a table shaker. It is very large. You can buy them from Level Up Dice's website, which will be in chat at the moment, so do check that out. And then we're also supported by 2 lovely D&D video games. So Warriors of Waterdeep and Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms. I'm sorry, Sean. There we go. And we're giving away things with each of those games today in chat. So there's a little bit of information on the screen, and also the mods know what's going on. So just check the mods, find out what's happening. They'll be able to give you all of the information. So that's all of the sponsors and supporters. So let us move on to social media. We're Roll Together RPG all over social media, so you can find us, interact with us, follow us, see what we're doing. Do that. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon, who support us in everything that we do. They're a wonderful group of people who have also created for us a fan wiki, so there'll be a link to that in chat at the moment. There's also a link to our Patreon if you want to go join and support us, which we'd love if you did. And they've also set up a fan Discord, so that there'll be a link for that too. So yes, wiki, Discord, Patreon, one big conglomerate of people, so come join us. Finally, we'll just take a breath first. We'll just all breathe together. Finally.
Water, everyone.
We play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters of a different gender as their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so do let us know if you think one's been missed. We also are using safety tools in play, so we're mostly using pause cards, so here is an example of a pause card. And if that happens, you probably won't see it because they are edited out. But there's also, you can type !safety in chat and see other tools we have in place, and also trigger warnings for our episodes if you're interested in finding out what potential triggers there are. We are also available as podcasts, so if you're interested in listening to us rather than seeing us, go find us on podcast providers as Royalty of the RPG. With that, for the final time, let's dive into the intro, and then we will be back in a few seconds to kick off the episode. Cheers, everyone. We are back. Last time, well, so far, what happened is you arrived here in the future. For you, it was as if you had been gone for a second, but in reality, 2,000 years had passed since you were frozen in time to defeat potentially an ice dragon, maybe something bigger. Who knows? The wizard who made that prophecy, you're not really sure how good she is. Should we say her legitimacy is in question? That is, of course, the indubitable Murta. You arrived in this time period. You've had varied adventures. You've saved the pig folk from being cursed to just be pigs. That happened last episode when you went and met the hags who had cursed them. Well, descendants of the hags who had cursed them, who agreed, as long as Tina gave up being a princess, to remove the curse. So Tina is no longer the princess. So a lot of conversations was had about what that means. Who is the princess now? We're not sure. You then went on to see Reginald, who is your friend from 2,000 years ago. He is an ancient gold dragon. And you are currently in his lair, his cave. You're having a long rest. You did all go to sleep. Just to be clear, you had your hero's feast, which the Griffin prepared for you, and then you went to sleep, right?
I mean,
Trust the dragon implicitly.
Yeah,
Reggie said, that he would look after us with his life if it came to it.
With his life.
I played a round of cards with Reggie before going to sleep, and then,
As you're all sleeping, you can all press the long rest button. You get your long rest. This is just like in kind of like hour 7.5, you know?
Boop.
Right. Let me just figure out the order in which this occurs.
There's an elf when you need one with their 4 hours of reverie.
Could someone just roll a d8 for me, please?
Got it. I don't got it. I've got it. 7.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Set. What?
Who?
7 fireballs.
All right.
Wait, I forgot you were here.
I got munchy in the night.
All right. As you were all sleeping, just remind me of your passive perceptions.
11.
Sorry, Tom, you
20.
glitched slightly for me during the middle of that.
11.
11, 20,
Somehow it's 19.
19, 12,
13.
13. All right. Aifwa, you wake up.
Good.
Delaney, you don't.
So far positive.
Everyone else has died.
You wake up at the same time. As you both wake up, right. Gosh, there's so much to do.
Oh, good.
Could you all just roll initiative for me, just so I know the general order of what's happening? Lenny, did you just roll a 0?
I sure did. As we said, so it's been wonderful playing with you guys. Delaney just disappears.
So far I've got 4, 0, 1, 13.
We're tired. Okay, we're very sleepy.
What was that? What was that, DM? Oh, your high passive means you get advantage. Does it?
I get advantage anyway, and the highest I rolled was a 6.
Tino, save us.
Sometimes the dice want it, right?
I got
They
a
just
10.
want the drama.
Jesus Christ. All right.
At the highest roll, 10. Wow. Go
mine's
on.
No, 13.
Still.
All right. Wow. As you both wake up, you hear a mechanical voice as you're opening your eyes. Remain still, or you will be removed from time.
I have a suspicion they were going to do that anyway.
What have they been trying to do thus far?
Yeah.
Offer us cake and crumpets.
They're not very polite. They're not very polite. They could have at least said please.
Well, you did kill their baby.
After
many.
keeping it in a box.
Many of them.
All right.
Like sometimes I killed a baby with a baby.
Afua, could you please roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Homicidal babies, by the way. It's not just like random infanticide.
As you start to open your eyes, you can see a gold figure, metal from head to toe, very smooth metal, and there's an hourglass in its chest that is running time. It seems to be running in both ways. It's very strange looking.
My con save was a 15.
You are briefly removed from time. You're still there, but you can't do anything. You can't see anything. You are essentially temporally locked.
Good. I tried to say.
Is that with your Zelani proximity bonus?
I have to be conscious.
Uh,
I'm having a very bad nightmare at the moment. Zelani is whimpering.
just constantly being dropped into water by Torvald, I get it.
All right. Thorvald, as you are opening your eyes, you see the arms of this creature start to extend out of its arms. Like the hands zoom off the creature and become two separate entities. Just to be clear, because we are playing a game, the hands are counting as two separate creatures. They have separate hit point totals. They are two separate, completely separate creatures from this entity. As this encounter is started.
It's a Legend of Zelda boss.
I'm hearing epic video game boss music.
Go bongo.
One of them is gonna like grab you, Thorvald.
No meta, I'm prone. Take that shit with advantage.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw? I don't know if prone has impact on dexterity saves.
Hopefully not, but it really doesn't matter.
No. You are grappled.
Wow,
I
ironic.
mean, that's not of all the state of affairs that could have incurred. That's not the worst. Torvald was just like, this is not the wake up call I wanted.
The other one is going to slam out at Reggie. How big is Reggie?
Technically, I can't stand up.
No,
You can still attack though. You can attack them.
Reggie's too big. It's going to go for Sigriffon. Sigriffon, you wake up as a metal hand plunges into you. Can make him dexterity saving throw, please.
Of course, I can. It was an 18 and now it's a 3.
You
be a
are
3.
also grappled by this hand. It is like holding you in place. You are definitely awake. The rest of you are now definitely awake. This is. This was quite startling. My goodness, what is this?
That's exactly what I thought, Reggie. Quite.
Aifwa, you are currently out of time. Yep.
Boom.
Time, roll a death save.
Hang on. Oh God, this time, look. So many things.
This isn't that Justin Timberlake film, isn't it? What was it called? Time Code.
Yeah.
Out of time.
In time.
Right, Reggie.
In time.
You're all still lying down, aren't you?
Yes?
Yes.
Well, I guess no one sleeps standing up, right?
Reggie is going to
It's a
fire.
Griffon bite.
Reggie's going to fire breathe on the thing itself. It can't do the hands because they're holding you, but it's going to do the thing itself because it can aim it above. Otherwise, I think it would be quite challenging to not get any of you once you're standing. It is a dex save. It rolled. Wow, that's low. Oh man. I'm going to use legendary resistance. Let me just write them down on my very carefully prepared notepaper. Right. Reggie rolls a fire breath. That is 91 points of damage. Those of you who are now awake, this massive cone of fire bursts out over the top of all of you. Even though Reggie's carefully avoiding you, you can feel the scorching heat, and it burns into this creature. It takes half of that, and that was 91, so 45. All right, Tina, you are awake. This is happening.
Morning.
Remain still, or you will be removed from time.
I get the feeling you're going to remove us from time even if we are still.
I didn't even move.
If you remain still, you will be removed to your time.
One moment, please. And I cast Wall of Fire between us and the thing.
So are you trying to catch it?
I don't know if it'd be wise to. How did the fire damage look from Reggie?
As in,
did it like fire? Or did it seem to not like fire?
it didn't like the fire.
Okay. Yes, I will not catch it in a show of good faith, just in case. But there is a massive firewall now between us, and if it ends its turn within 10 feet of it, it'll take damage anyway.
Okay.
Okay, they might be willing to talk if we don't kill them, maybe? Oh, wait, no, they've already got you guys grappled.
Talking is a free action. Feel free to talk.
Everyone is too surprised.
I'm too frozen in time.
Don't worry about me, princess. I'm fine.
We can do this. We can beat them.
Oh, okay, so we're beating them up.
I mean...
Yeah.
And
What's this scenario back in on time? It's win-win.
If they wanted to talk, they would have talked. Not this. And I'll just sort of try and poke at the thing that's grappling me.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Spirit. Parley. You let our friends go, we'll talk. If you don't, we beat you up. How's that sound? Is that honorable enough for you, strange clock person?
Remain still, and I will remove you from time.
I hate
Oh,
them.
now it's and.
Kill them, Princess. Tina.
Lack of subtext is enraging.
Okay, well, all I can do is really maintain my wall of fire. Is concentration, so I just kind of keep it there for the time being and just be like, I can move it next time. So now we just got a barrier, but yeah.
Cool. So Griffon, you're currently grappled.
Mm-hmm.
At the start of your turn, you take 18 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Is that from the thing that's on me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, well, I've got two options here. What I'm going to do is, at 5th level, I will cast Guiding Bolt. Now, I know that's range, so I'll do so at disadvantage on the thing that's on me.
Oh, sure.
And I will use my Channel Divinity Guided Strike to add a +10 bonus to my roll. So it was, the lowest was 13. I'll add 10 to that. So that's 23 to hit.
So yeah, you blast it even though it's right on you.
Sort of grab it as I can and just
Yeah.
Blast away.
It's this weird mechanical hand, and it looks like it got bigger as it came off this creature's hands, because it's much bigger than it would have been if it was attached to them, and it is like surrounding you.
So damage, that is 24 points of radiant damage to the creature.
Great. It's a big blast into it.
And that's it for me for now.
Okay.
Got anything else?
Yep. Thorvald, also grappled.
Yes. Cool. So Torvald is going to. He's had enough of the discourtesy of these clockwork mandarins. So he's going to tap into his arcane knowledge, cast a spell that is familiar to all of his companions, and start to grow. Feel himself perhaps starting to loosen the grip of this hand that's grasping him. So that's enlarge as a spell from the action. Action surge. First and foremost, I've seen that these things can do some nasty damage if you're in their grip.
Yes, start of the turn you take 19 points of damage.
Cool. I am going to use my natural hardiness for Stone's Endurance and try and mitigate some of that. 1 sec. Cool. So 19 minus 5 is
14.
14.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, obviously cast the spell after the damage. I'm not
Yeah, sure. No, of course.
And then action surge to try and first and foremost break the grapple.
Yep. So it's another. Yep. You can roll athletics or acrobatics.
And I have an advantage on this. That's a 29.
Yeah. You pull yourself out from within the hand and like shake it off you.
Cool. Standing. Half movement. I'm going to try and use my second attack to grapple the hand myself.
Please do.
Hint not grab me, I grab hint. Cool, that's a 29.
Yep. It rolled a 20. So you like shake it off you and then grab it. It's very odd. There's a lot of hands involved in this.
Give him a hand, folks.
And bonus action, just because it's quite a useful thing to do, going to activate my my hands-free kit, my Bluetooth shield, and that just starts kind of swaying around, keeping me like, come on, companions, let us beat clockwork monstrosities. They are so annoying.
Delaney.
Yeah.
There are these two hands. There is the creature on the other side. Aether is remarkably still, unusually still.
Actually, for that, can I make some kind of roll to go, what's happening with my dear friend here? And if it...
Pitch me an intelligence-based skill.
I was like, I wanted to say history, but let's say Arcana. You know, it
Sure.
seems, yeah. That is a 4. Weird.
I was just about to say that you can roll with advantage because you've spent a lot of time around these things now.
I go, that's weird. And then it's an 18, and I go, wait, hold on.
You've been talking a lot about time magic and the fact that these creatures are coming from somewhere that is very interested in time. Aether looks very similar to how the dragon looked when it first activated the frozen sphere and was locked in time. When you spent quite a lot of time poking around it and you couldn't do anything to it, you couldn't do any damage to it, it was basically out of time. It looks like it's a very similar effect.
Okay, so I'm like, he's out of combat, but he's probably safe. They're not going to... Like, when we were pushing, we couldn't move the statue. He's probably okay. Actually, maybe I'm like... again, not the magic user here, where I'm like, I don't know dispel magic. I don't know how this works. But
It's fair to assume that it's probably to do with the big shiny dude.
Who's on the other side of a fiery.
Now, Evie, talk to me about wall of fire. It's only hot on one side. What happens if you pass through it?
Then. Hang on. Lots of words. Dyslexia. Not friendly. One side. If something ends its turn within 10 feet, it takes damage. And it takes damage if it enters the wall as well.
Yeah, so if you went through it, it would burn.
Yeah.
I am a tiefling though, so
So fire resistant?
yeah, I've got fire resistance. I think poor, sweet, beautiful Delaney thinks this is how I regain my honor, and will just run through,
Jump through
slicing
the wall.
up.
Can I just shout, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm being a hero.
Roll your wall of fire damage.
Doused in lamp oil just for the extra epicness.
As I just ignite.
The scarf is definitely on fire.
That's fair.
12, 13,
It's
14,
character progression. I'm giving up the
15,
past.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26 fire damage.
13 with resistance.
13.
Like, wouldn't that just be what I got from having a delicious meal?
Also Griffin's efforts. Ruined.
Ruined.
On the other side of it, you can see this gold creature staring at the wall of fire, its arms outstretched at all of you, as it repeats its message, remain still or I shall remove you from time.
Oh,
Please.
shut up. slash. Okay, first attack. That is a non-natural 20.
Can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw? You roll with advantage because of Hero's Feast.
Amazing. That is either a 16 or... That's a 16.
16. You, as you go in to swing to hit, it holds up its hand and you pop out of time.
Quick question, Tom, did you add your own aura of protection, aura of whatever it is?
It
down?
automatically goes in. Yeah.
Am I still conscious then?
You have been shunted in time. You will reappear at the start of your next turn.
So is the aura still up? Or I'm just completely out? I don't exist?
You don't exist for the next 6 seconds.
I have a question.
Existential.
It's
Yes.
like, I swear someone else was here.
Evie.
You forget about me for 6
This not
seconds.
as a spell.
It is a spell, so yes.
Interesting. I can't see anything on the other side of the wall for the moment, but interesting.
Is? How far away is it from me?
Also on the other side of the wall, because you were all sleeping. It's on the other side.
Okay.
The wall of fire was deliberately placed in between all of you.
I'm gonna have to fly up and over.
Yeah. So for the moment, Zeleny is just popped out of time. Reggie is going to use a legendary action and is going to wing attack it.
Reggie.
Come on, Reggie.
Come on, Reggie.
God, there's a lot happening in this. Right, dex save. Oh, it saves. Which means nothing happened? 17. Nothing happens. Reggie flies up. No damage is taken, but Reggie's now in the air.
Reggie!
It's not very far for Reggie to go. Reggie is like hovering, sort of. It would be majestic were it open space, but this is a cave. Reggie is like pressed up against the roof of the cave.
Also, just like to point out, so he doesn't feel bad, I'm aware that Star Trail is there. He's not in combat, but I'm aware I haven't forgotten that he exists.
Star Trail is back to the edge of the cave. Star Trail has enjoyed these 2,000 years of existence and is quite keen to continue with this.
Again, as I said, I don't want him to feel that I forgot about him.
All right. On the Querut's turn, it's called a Querut.
No.
I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
Ooh, those go great with soup.
You say that loudly and they're like, incorrect? Like, no, it is quite correct.
It is going to hold its hands out in front of it. None of you can see this. It just turns them over. Evie, you need to roll for your wall of fire.
Sorry?
You need to roll
right.
for your wall of fire.
Okay, the many dice. 9, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 27. 27 fire damage.
27. And how high is the wall of fire?
20 foot.
20 foot. It's going to fly 30 foot into the air. It's going to turn its hands. Any roll it can see for the next round is with disadvantage. That is its entire turn. The Bigby's hands are currently occupied. No. It's being grappled by you. It's going to try and... The one that's grappling Sir Griffon remains grappling. It can't do anything else because it's grappling you. Like it's locked in time. Not locked in time, but it's like it's
Locked in
stuck.
time.
The one that you pulled off you, even though it's grappled, is going to try and punch you.
Slam you against a wall. It's like,
So 28 to hit.
Yeah, that will. It's
20.
annoying, these things that can grapple you with no check. It's just if they hit you or grapple.
When they hit,
That's so annoying.
It was a dex saving throw. 26 force damage. You're not grappled by it again. You are currently grappling it.
Sweet.
All right. Aoife, I'm sorry. You are still out of time. There is a point when you get to roll again, but it hasn't happened yet.
okay.
It's when you die.
It's not.
I get to roll death saves. Good.
All right. Reggie is going to go in for the... Jesus Christ, dragons are scary.
Good old
Alright.
Reggie.
Oh, shit, they all need to be with disadvantage. I mean, they're only not going to hit if I roll a 1.
Don't mess with the golden fucking dragons.
Right, all of Reggie's attacks hit. Let me just roll the damage on those. 30. 14, 44. What's 44 out of 17? 50, 60, 44 and 17. I'm just going to put them both in. 44, 17.
61,
Aoife,
61.
roll another con save.
Me?
Yeah.
This I shall do. Oh, that's better. 19.
Did you add the 4 from Zeleny, who is now
That's what I'm
conscious?
saying. Do I exist? Does my aura exist?
Oh,
Nah.
let's say yes.
In that case,
I'm
I did
trapped in
not.
time, but I don't not exist. Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, your horse is very confused right now because you're not in time. You can't have summoned them. They're back in the Feywild, and suddenly
Why
they're
am
back.
I here?
Guess I've got to go back and be stoned.
Yeah, why do my knees hurt?
Aoife, you wake up, come back to yourself from wherever you, you don't remember what has just happened, but everyone has moved.
Standard. Did we zoom out again?
At the end of Reggie's turn, too many things. Too many things. Hang on, sorry, that spell's not. Sorry, I just need to look up one spell to see if it works on gold dragons.
I want to
so
point out
yeah.
one thing.
If you do a certain amount of damage to it in a round, that knocks people out of the temporal. Well, they get to have another roll to get knocked out of the temporal stasis. So choose a creature that you see within range. So, all right. As a legendary action, the crew is going to cast Hold Monster on Reggie.
And counterspell.
What level are you casting it at?
I have no idea. I've never used this before in my life.
If you cast it at 3rd, you'll need to roll for it.
What if I cast it at 4th?
You will still need to roll for it.
Okay, I'll just cast it at 3rd level then, I guess. I do not know how this works. I've seen other people use it and thought it was magical.
So roll your roll a charisma check.
Okay. And do I add my spell save DC to that?
Just your charisma. So what are your
just charisma
bonuses?
So that becomes a 25.
Yeah. Reaches out to cast a spell on Reggie and Tina. How do you counter spell?
It's like my eyes light with fire a little bit and those sparks go out as they kind of zoom towards the source and peter it off in kind of static energy.
Yeah, extinguish the spell. Big burst of sparks between the two spells.
Force them to burn a slot.
Does it?
Very literally.
No, that's at will. Tina, it is your turn.
Well, no one seems to like my big wall of fire. Everyone's just running through it or going over it. So I guess I'll just drop concentration on that. Is dropping concentration an action, or is that just something that happens?
No, you can just at any point you can just
Stop thinking.
Yeah, just do it.
Cool. And I would like to take a dragon scale and do a catapulty boy at
The crate or the hands.
the hands still holding Sir Satane.
Yeah, one hand is still holding Sir Griffon, and then one hand is being held by Thorvald.
I will go for the one that is holding Sir Satane.
I think that is with. Is it an attack roll or is it a save?
Sorry, once again, my reading is being very, very slow.
That's right, don't worry.
It's a dex save.
Right, okay. Dex save. Oh, not a good one for them. 8.
That does definitely not beat a 20. So that is 68. So let me roll this bad boy.
Just remind me what spell this is.
Catapult.
Oh, sorry, this is catapult.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm just imagining what Sir Satane is seeing as this is happening.
Dragon scale flying towards you.
Mangonels.
No, it's like the war all over again.
In my day, they were
29.
onagers.
29. As you fling this dragon scale at this hand holding Sir Satane, it cracks and falls to the floor, inanimate.
Thank you, Princess. Sir Tino, thank you.
No worries. And I'm actually going to spend a meta magic point to make that a bonus action, I guess, and do a fireball at the big crouton. Or croot, is it?
Crouton.
I'm just thinking of it as a crouton now.
Everyone's just going to call it a crouton now.
With little leggies.
Yes. Please firebolt the crew.
Okay, let's see.
With disadvantage, please.
Okay.
Make him toast.
I rolled exactly the same on both of those, so that was an 18 to hit.
18 won't hit, I'm afraid. So something like jitters in time as you're firing this bolt towards it, and it like skitters weirdly as you're trying to do it.
Okay. Because I've rolled on not rolled, I get to do my shard.
Yep.
And I have water. Ooh, what does this one do? You create a wave of water that bursts out from you in a 10-foot radius. The creature of your choice that you can see takes 2d6 cold damage and must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and fall prone.
Within 10 feet of you, both the hand that Sir Thorvald is grappling and the crew are there.
Great. I will go with those.
What do they need to do?
Please. So they just take 2d6 cold damage as standard, and they need to succeed a strength saving throw. That was 7 cold damage.
7. That's a 19 for the hand.
Nope.
Now, I don't think it can move unless Torvald, you're going with it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Torvald wouldn't let go of it. Unless there was no choice.
So it's kind of the wave tries to push it, but you hold firm. So it takes the damage, but it's still there. Crit rolled a 28.
Ah, yeah,
Still there. Grand. At the end of your turn, the Kroot is going to come down and whack somebody. Who's it going to whack? It's going to whack Zeleny because Zeleny tried to... No, Zeleny's out of time. You're not there. You're not even there.
I don't exist.
I think it's going to try and whack Tine because you just ruined all his plans.
No, I'm just
all his hopes and dreams.
Princess.
It just all it does is it whacks its arm down onto you, and it. Let me just roll for it first, just to see if it hits, because I won't describe it if it doesn't. Oh, none of these roll. That's unfortunate.
Just gently taps you on the head. You're like, ow.
No, it rolled a natural 1, so it does very gently tap you on the shoulder.
Yes? What?
Stand still, and I will remove you from time.
But you keep changing your story.
Sigrafon.
Oh God. Okay. How far away is the Kroot away from me?
Very close now. You're all pretty much in close proximity combat since it flew down to tap Tina on the shoulder.
Got you. Okay. Well, my eyes will begin to glow a sort of divine white, and my face will just snap to the Kroot, and I'm gonna cast Hold Monster on it. So if it could please make a Wisdom save throw.
Wisdom save. That is a 10, but
That does
it will use a legendary resistance.
Little tinker. Okay.
Oh, sorry, hang on, it has advantage. Let me just roll again. Would a 22 have passed?
Yes, it would have passed.
It doesn't need to use a legendary resistance.
Cool. And then I'll bonus action awaken my lacrosse stick. Looking a bit disappointed in myself, but it's fine. But that would be me.
Great. Torvald, you have a hand.
Yeah. Torvald is reflecting that when your whole shtick is built around lifting things up in the air and dropping them, and 95% of the shit you're fighting can fly, it's fucking annoying. However, he will endeavour to feel slightly less useless about himself. At the start of the round, I did roll my con save for when I took the damage. It was a 22, so I think enlarge stays up. The hand will take 1d4 because it's currently being grappled by me. So please all imagine Torvald just nutting it. So that's an initial...
Beg your pardon. In front of the princess.
The old glass.
In front of Cersei Tane.
Yeah.
And in front of A for all of us.
This is Mulhorand Kiss as a nut this thing. So that's 4 points of damage. Then I guess... well, the other ones seem to go down fairly easily. So I think it's a question of... all right, let's try this. How far away is the big?
Pretty close. You're all in pretty close combat. Like, assuming that you sleep within sort of a 20-foot circle of each other.
Could I drag this hand over to the big baddie, or would I have to use a dash? I would have 15 feet.
I would say that you could drag it over. It's currently right next to Tina, so I would have thought you'd be sleeping so far away from Tina that you couldn't get there within 15 feet.
let's try this. Torvalt's favorite song growing up was "He's got the whole wide world in his hands," and he takes that to interpret "I want to have all enemies into my hands." So let's see how we would do this. Okay, so I'm going to make and let's see if this happens. It's not optimal, but let's see. Unarmed strike against the Kroot.
Sure. Just roll with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. I'm not going to meta that. I wouldn't know. It's a 24.
Yep, that hits.
Sweet. So, it take F. This plus an extra D4 because enlarge. Probably halved, I'd imagine. So 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
Are you going for any particular part of it? It has this big hourglass bit in the middle of it. Its head, as you get close to its head, is also an hourglass.
Oh, I mean, if I can reach its head, and I'm 8 foot tall at the moment, so yeah, I'm just punching it in the annoying clockworky wherever this voice is coming from. Basically, I've still got
tell. It's no obvious now.
Serious trauma from this little thing going on me about being incorrect all the time. I mean, it is gonna weigh in on your self-esteem. Just checking to see that there isn't anything else I could add on that I have forgotten. Oh, is anyone within 5 feet of it?
Plenty. Tina's right there.
Naked attack then. Because tattoo. I should have bonus actioned activated my tattoo actually, but I'm an idiot, so that's fine. I'll do something else with my bonus action. 6 points damage added on, and actually no, I know what I can do as a bonus action because I have Tavern Brawler, because that's how Torvald rocks and rolls. I can do something, and that is bonus action attempt to grapple. So I'm going to try and get both my hands full of enemy and to make it easier for my companions to hit things.
Yes. Roll yours with disadvantage.
That'll be a flat roll then, because I would have advantage.
Yeah, go for it.
30.
I rolled an 11, so you have the group in one arm.
It's just imagine the sort of Captain America holding onto the helicopter thing. That's the kind of level of badassery I'm going for. Come on, companions, let us take down the
at the moment,
clock.
You kind of look like you're trying to repair it because you've got its hand in one hand and then you've got the rest of it in the other hand. It kind of looks like you're going to stick it back together.
Imagine the fish sketch from Monty Python. Stop hitting yourself. And I think that is that's all she wrote for this one.
Zelene, you pop back into time, about to take a swing. It's not where you thought it was. It's moved.
You decapitate Torvald.
Hey, Zelene, have you felt bad up to this point? And then we just cut to Zelene covered in blood going, yeah, usurper. Like, no. Okay. I am not happy. How far away is it from me now?
I'd say it probably moved about 20 feet back towards the party. It flew over the wall, so the wall's not there anymore.
I get it. I know this is it's not like a sneak attack or anything. It's got its back to me. So it's sort of like going up behind it and just going to hit it in the back.
Tina, you can see Zelene running up towards you like...
And as Zelene's bring it back and just starts screaming, like fire again starting to pour out. And so that's me using a bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite. I have it. It turns out I haven't used it. Okay, so that's my BA and first attack. We're going to get frozen in time.
With disadvantage, please. Oh, no, okay. It can't see you.
I mean, has it got eyes? I just want like eyes roll around to the back.
No, hang on. Sorry, it has true sight 120 feet, so it can see you.
That's fine. I'm happy to. Again, sort of. I'm not using great weapon master, so that's an 18 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit. It comes down on its shoulder and bounces off.
I'll take my second attack. That still disadvantage.
Yes, please.
That is either a 21 or a 24. So 21.
That one solidly lands.
Cool. So-
Can you roll your... It's psychic damage ruffle smite, isn't it? Can you just roll that separately?
Yes. So first, great sword attack, 15 to hit, 15 damage.
Yeah.
Then ruffle smite is a d6 of psychic, which is a 6.
Yeah.
And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it against frightened?
Yes.
Can't be frightened.
Well, I did some psychic damage. And I will roll.
The psychic damage also doesn't look like it landed as hard as you would anticipate.
I think I will go, it can't be scared. And so that's also been a while since I've done this, so 2d6. So my fire damage is 7 fire damage.
You can put a smite in on top of a bonus action smite if you want, just so you're aware. You don't need to, but you can.
But you would be so disappointed in me if I
won't. I'm just letting you know in case, because the mechanics are weird because you cast a spell, but you can put a smite in on that if you want. You don't need to.
When will you next hit it?
I think because I've hit it, I might as well. And I think I'm going to do it at 3rd level because Eleni is very, very grumpy. she had a lovely nap, and now this nonsense is happening. So 3rd, so that's 4d. No, because it's yes 4d8. That is 35 radiant damage.
Yeah, a solid hit into this creature. And it's going to turn around and look at you. Why will you not all just stay still so I can remove you from time? And it's going to look at you, Zelene, and it's going to hold out its hand to you. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw at a disadvantage, please?
Can I do another counter spell?
It's not a spell.
No.
Damn.
That is either a 13 or a 10.
You are, whatever position you were last in, temporarily locked.
Zelene just goes, fuck. Zelene was about to say a swear word.
Right, that is everything it can do on its turn. One of the hands is still up. That is the one that is been held by you. So it's just going to keep going for you. You're right there.
Yeah.
23 to hit.
Shield.
Yep.
Springs into...
Bounces off your magical shield as it pops up in front of you. Multiple.
I like the idea that shields just enhances my already floating around me shield. I'm just like embiggening it like I am.
Aphra. Sean, I'm very sorry. I temporarily locked you. It's your turn. Welcome.
It's my what?
Your turn, Sean. You get to play.
Sorry, I thought I was just watching this stream. Okay. So more of a note rather than me asking a question. I've had my first turn, so I'm assuming I don't get my usual Dread Ambusher 3rd attack.
I'm afraid not. Yeah, it's been passed.
I mean,
Technically, you weren't there.
You were there. You were just not.
Technically, I wasn't there, but also it's called Dread Ambusher, and I think I was very much Dread Ambushed. So,
how does it feel?
It doesn't feel good, Zelena. It does not feel good. Okay.
The effects of my actions.
Well, all that means is I shoot 2 things instead of 3 things, which, it's fine. We will see how we do. So,
do you want to stand up? Just for record, you're currently lying on the floor.
Not yet.
Sure.
Does that affect my roll?
Let's say not. You can fire from the ground if you want. I don't care.
I don't think the first one hits anyway. It's a 19.
What are you trying to hit?
Oh, the big thing.
No, I'm afraid not. You're not rolling. No one's rolling at disadvantage anymore, just to be clear. So all flat rolls now.
Okay. I mean, that was a flat roll. All right. I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to try and fire at it. Right. Okay. Fine. Like, feet shoulder width apart. Right. Let's give this another go. God damn it. 17.
Both of these just go slightly past it. It's very odd. It's like it is kind of here, but not here. It sometimes jitters and in time, so it's very easy for things to just slightly miss it.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action, Nature's Veil, to become invisible.
Oh, nice.
And I would like to walk. What's my movement?
Away.
30 feet. So if I've used half to stand up, so 15 feet to move elsewhere.
Fair. Are you going back towards Reggie, or? Actually, Reggie's at the top of the cave, so.
Yeah, he's flying, isn't he?
Just further away.
No, just away from where I was.
Sure.
In the pas de visible.
On Reggie's turn, he's gonna do the same thing again. All in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all of those hit. So that is 22, 17. Right. As Reggie does this damage, the Karut is knocked to the floor. Appears to stop functioning for a second, and then as it rights itself, it lifts its arms and almost starts to kind of glow with sort of, if it were anything else, I'd call it righteous fire, but it's not. It's a machine. It starts to glow fervently. It spreads its arm out, and everything around you that is not the 5 of you stops moving. Now, you have not stopped moving, therefore you will be removed from the timeline completely.
Technically, I have stopped moving. I'm out of time, so...
Not willingly.
No, but I'm, if it saved my life.
You would get to roll again. Zeleny.
Con or?
Yeah, Con.
Zeleny just will die with having absolutely no idea. With a rude word on her lips. 17.
17 is not enough, I'm afraid. You're still time locked. As this happens, it is gonna...
And I have a thing.
Break
I'm
it,
wondering-
Sean. Break the game. Come on, save us.
I think I can, with my Dragon Touch focus, and this will be down to your ruling. I can, when a creature I can see within 30 feet of me makes a saving throw, I can use my reaction to give it advantage. So can I give Zeleny? I can see Zeleny.
Yeah.
Roll again.
You can see Zeleny. Zeleny's just locked in time. In the middle of saying fuck.
18.
No, still not enough. You are still time locked.
The fuck gathers in my throat.
At the end of Reggie's turn, the crew is going to channel this light, put both of its hands together, arms together. There are no hands anymore. Hands are, also time locked, gone. The one that you're holding, Thorvald, stops moving. So it was like pushing against you. It's gone.
It's now an improvised weapon.
It's locked in time, so you'll have to do a lot of straining to move it. And
Movable
it's going
fist.
to point them at you, Thorvald. And please, can you make me, as a beam of light streams at you, a dexterity saving throw?
Is it a spell?
It is a spell.
I'm going to use Mage Slayer, free action to drop the one that the hand that I was carrying, and just make a melee attack against it whilst it's attacking me. Because why not?
Yep.
Why not? Let's find out what happens. Is this with disadvantage or just a flat roll?
Flat roll.
Cool.
And the +4. Oh, we
Yeah, you're still there.
yeah.
+4, 22 then.
22. This beam of light streams around you. You get the feeling that
that's my attack roll.
Oh.
For the,
22. Yeah, 22 hits. Sorry.
Yeah. And then the I'm confused now. Okay, I'll make the other roll.
Dex save.
Yeah. That's 17.
17.
But the damage it takes from the unarmed attack is 10 plus 1d4 because enlarged. There's a lot of stuff going on at this point in the game.
Yeah,
This is
17's
so embarrassing for us.
not enough, I'm afraid.
That's fine. It still takes 11 points of ass kicking.
11 points of damage, great. 10d6 plus 40.
Because it has us, and then you just punch it in the face. It's like, ow.
10d6 plus 40.
Also, it just said that we were still moving, so we were wrong, right? But it is still moving too. So technically,
Yeah.
Cersei would not be able to work that one out, but I can just work that out.
As I said, I'm trying to logic my way through this. Just screaming, what is love? And it's like,
Well,
we do
as this
not
beam
know.
of light streams through, you take 84 points of damage.
Cool. Right. Down.
Down. You are disintegrated.
Not surprisingly. Cool. Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Pleasure, David.
Grand. Well. Oh boy. This is going poorly.
I can't revivify that, and that's pretty. Damn.
I could have
Pick up
taken.
the pieces.
Yeah, I mean, 84 would have killed me pretty much if I'd been given a love tap beforehand. So,
Jeez. All right. Tine, Torvald crumbles to dust next to you with this beam of light goes round him.
And I can do something now, yes?
Yeah, you're also moving. Zeleny is frozen in time.
Oh no, it's not looking good. I would like to just do a Torvald, no! So that, you're acknowledged.
from wherever my essence has gone,
God.
I appreciate that.
It just feel like it'd be a dick move for me to be like, well, I'm just going to attack it. I'm
Yes.
not going to acknowledge that thing that just happened.
It's literally the least you could do. To just go, I'm sad that my friend is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I acknowledge you existed.
Once. How is the crouton looking?
A lot of the bumps have healed out. It looks pretty shiny again.
Oh no. And is it blocking the exit as well?
You
We're in a time bubble.
feel kind of like you're out of time at the moment.
Quick, blow my dust out of the bubble, see what happens.
I can use your dust as pocket sand. And
You've come up.
It comes back
it's
into
what I would have
reality,
wanted.
but only the bits that have gone out. So, like, your fingers suddenly appear. We're like, oh no! Horrid!
I guess there's nothing I can do except, lay into it, I suppose. Okay, I am going to... Yeah, it's got to be high level now. So I'm going to cast Catapult on another scale into the hourglassy type doodad, if if it was a Zelda boss, that'd be where you need to hit. So can it make a dex save for me?
Evie, for the object, can you use bits of Sir Torvald?
Yes, yes, I can.
It
That's
rolled
how I would have wanted to go.
It rolled a 6.
Brilliant.
So Torvald died doing what he loved, failing dex saves.
I'm gonna keep my resistances for things that aren't just damage. I think. I'm not gonna resist it for now.
Okay, so I need to roll 68. Give me a moment. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm going to re-roll that one using a meta magic. Excellent. So that's 21. That becomes 29
29.
damage.
Yep.
Cool. And I'm use my bonus action-y doodaddy thingy, so I can do a firebolt as well.
Please do.
And try and get as much out of this guy as I can. And that is a 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Excellent. And this is only 3d8. No, it's not. It's 3d10. There we go. Nice. There they are. This 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 fire damage.
28. Grand. Okay, the 2 hits really land into it. Meta magic shard?
Yeah, I got Earth this time. So I gain resistance to a damage type of your choice until the start of your next turn.
My choice or your choice?
It says my choice.
Oh, what are you choosing?
Okay, so it seems to mainly just be hitting us, right?
Yes. With, the force of time.
With the force,
Magic light, princess.
light.
Magic light.
I would
Magic.
like. Okay, resistance to whatever. What is light? Baby,
force,
don't hurt me.
the
Don't hurt me
force,
no more.
Force of light. Force damage, Evie. Force.
Force. That's the one.
Force.
I am resistant to force damage.
Grand. So Griffon.
I am not happy about what I've just.
Oh,
witnessed.
hang on. Zlaney, roll another save. 1 sec.
I'm still not happy about what I've just witnessed.
15.
No, I'm afraid not.
Right. Well, Sir Griffon will. Probably the first time you've actually seen emotion on Sir Griffon because he tries to keep it together like any crap dad. So.
Stop saying it. I love you. I will give you a mug for Father's Day.
Will you? Like in real life? Anyway.
Yes, I was saying you best dad and it'll have like a centaur on it.
So I'm going to begin to pace over to where Sir Thorbob was, look across to the creature that disintegrated him, and cast Guiding Bolt at 6th level.
Oof.
Many eggs.
So I rolled a 12, but I will add my
Yep.
thing to add 10 to that, so that's 22
That
to
hits. Yep. Roll all that. All that d6.
36 points of radiant.
Yep. Next attack on it gets advantage. That's, again, another hefty hit on it.
And I will, as a bonus action, just weep into the ash that is Thorvald.
We weren't that close. Don't lay it on.
No. We were a party. We travelled together.
I feel like Torvald's ghost has gotten cattier.
I
see any of you at
liked
my
you all,
funeral.
but I didn't intend to give my life for the party, you know?
You said I was the sister you never had.
Yeah, well, where was your I'll take damage for you ability?
I was frozen in time. I literally...
There's all the excuses now.
David, you know that Zeleny would have taken that blow because I love the drama.
Look, Zelany's grief, I will believe.
Yes.
That's what we bonded. We had.
did.
We'll always have the lake.
That's how you tried to kill me.
On its turn, it is going to point at Sir Griffon. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh! Is this with the plus? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I've got a
Zeleny.
6.
Oh, you are also temporally locked.
Hands again.
No, we're 2.
Ifwa.
Seeing Sir Torvald disappear, I concentrate on trying to keep people up who I think will not be as hardy as Torvald. So I'm going to cast Fizban's Platinum Shield on Tine. So you have resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison damage. You have half cover. And if you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage, you instead take none if you succeed, or half on a failure.
Okay.
Which will hopefully keep
You'll
you
have to
alive.
remind me of what that is when it comes up.
I'll try and keep an eye out as well. And I feel like me having the guidance on this hit is a bit of a waste, actually. Like, Zeleny would be a lot better, but Zelany's not here, so...
Yeah, you need to do some damage to it to knock people out. It's taken. I'm racking up every so often it hits. So you've got some in the bank. You need to do some more.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't. A bit of a. I think it's just going to have to be a bow and arrow because I don't really have any. I don't think I've got any spells that will do anything more. Oh, and actually, Fizzbands is a spell, so yeah. I'm going to shoot it with my longbow.
Shoot it.
With advantage?
First attack with advantage.
Shoot it.
Wasted it. That's a 20 with my modifier.
That hits.
Okay. My rage. Sorry, it's been a while since I've had to actually roll anything. I don't get the extra D8. Piercer, I can re-roll. It's not a crit, so I can't do that. Okay, so it's not favoured because I'm concentrating on Fizzbands now. So I'm just going to roll my normal damage then.
Please do.
10.
Okay. So Lenny and Sir Griffon make a Constitution saving throw.
And I will shoot it again.
Yeah, roll the second attack.
23.
23. Roll damage.
Do I hit it again?
Yeah. And enjoy with the con saves.
18.
18. 18 passes, so you're out. 17, I'm afraid you're still in.
And then the second hit was a 13.
13 points of damage.
13 damage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they get a second save, or is it only on one hit?
It's every I'm counting how much damage it is.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, that's bonus action. That's action. I'm gonna keep circling it because I just feel like moving is either going to be good because it can't hit me, or good because it pisses it off.
Fair. At the end of your turn, it's going to turn towards you. And can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Random question: is this a spell or is this an ability?
It's a spell.
Because I realised that I actually have advantage on saving throws against spells because I am wearing a mantle of spell resistance. It doesn't appear on, unfortunately.
Roll with advantage.
Dexterity, yeah?
Yeah.
+4. Never forget the +4.
26 plus 4, 30.
The wave of light washes around you, nothing happens. Maybe like the tips of your eyebrows burn, singe slightly.
My Mohican.
Oh.
Have eyebrows?
Do I have eyebrows?
Your piggy eyebrows.
Pigs have eyebrows.
Piggy eyebrows.
I'm certainly a bearded pig, surely. Not
TA,
my Gloucester old spot.
it is your turn. Tina.
Oh, right.
You!
Oh, it's me. Okay. I would like to initially just shout, "You are so incorrect!" As I'm getting quite pissed off with this thing now. So I'm going to cast Immolation upon them. Which, can they make a dex save for me?
Those who killed the baby will be removed from the timeline.
Your babies tried to kill us.
That's an 80. Hang on.
80?
Yes, it rolls an 80 deck.
18 on the save.
No, that doesn't do it.
I'll use
so-
my second legendary resistance. It's half damage, presumably.
So it takes half as much. Yes, and it doesn't burn for the duration now.
But yeah, so you're gonna. What is it's like a column of fire? How are you? What are you?
As many of my spells are, I'm just kind of gonna bring my hands to the forefront and then just kind of out in a massive thing that kind of tries to engulf it in a big blue flamey hug. But I imagine it just kind of shakes it off and it just kind of shakes it off like Taylor Swift.
Oh, that great bard.
Sorry, I'm stressed. I quote pop songs when I'm stressed.
How on earth could you be stressed?
11 spell slot.
The man
Okay.
evaporated.
So, oh no, it's 8, so I should just roll half the dice. Okay, that's good. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 fire damage.
24, is that all of it?
Yeah, that's all of it. No, that's halved.
That's halved, so it takes the full 24. Great.
Yeah.
Yes, the flames do burn around it.
My usual thing of using meta magic, so I can do a fireball.
Do you do extra fire damage when you do fire damage?
Yes, I do an extra 5.
Shall I add that on?
No, I've been adding on.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So I do a roll to hit, and I need to find my dice. Okay, so that is a dirty 20.
Yes, that hits.
Excellent. And how much was that again? Sorry, there's so much scrolling. I'm not used to having a spell list this long with this many similar spells.
It's all fire. It's just all fire.
They're all the same, just different variations.
Evie sent me her spell list. I was like, you're just gonna make everything burn.
19, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 fire damage on.
So Griffon, please make a con saving throw.
That's 17 plus 4.
You also return to time. Those who are alive are still moving. All moving. Everyone who is alive is currently moving.
Additionally, my meta magic, so I rolled on my shard, and it was fire. So it takes an extra 2d10 fire damage.
Go for it.
Nice.
Ooh, that was good. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. It's not looking good for the thing. So Griffon.
Good.
Oh gosh. Right. I will.
You will return
I won't return.
to your turn.
No. Less of your jip, creature. I will use my action to hit it with my lacrosse stick.
Please do.
First hit is 26.
Yeah, that hits. You will be judged. You have left your time.
That's 11 points of radiant.
You are incorrect.
Plus it's 1d8, isn't it, of the divine smite?
Yes.
Plus 3 radiant. Then I use my bonus action to war priest. 17.
17 won't hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can't do my normal thing.
So Lenny.
Fucking fetid flap. Apologies.
Thorvald's not here.
I can't deal with that at the moment. I just two strikes. I will grieve later. First attack is 19 to hit.
19 just doesn't hit.
Clank. Second is 16.
In your rage, you're swinging wildly, but they're missing.
And again, I think the more demonic nature of Zelene is coming out now. There's fire in the eyes. There's just constant swearing. She's not in a good place. Yeah, I did my attacks. Not much I can do with a bonus attack, unless just I haven't used this yet. Is it a bonus? Right. Survivors. Is everyone under half damage?
What do you mean?
If you look at your hit points, if you're under half.
I actually haven't taken a hit.
I haven't either.
Well, isn't that nice? I guess somebody didn't want to jump through a fireball.
I definitely shouldn't have said that was so eagerly while the DM can hear me.
That again, sort of. I mean, my bonus actions are either you can heal some people or you can make it fight you. I don't want that. Unless, no. Again, we're trapped in this time bubble. If it was just that I could say to them, everybody else run, might be, but no.
Watching Tom Math in action.
Math. Hero? Martyr? Sad. No, yeah, that's my turn. I said some rude words.
All right. On its turn, the crew will do the same thing. It turns its hands over, and you all roll with disadvantage for the next round.
Attacks.
Everything.
Right, okay.
Everything you can see. Aoife,
Me?
it is your turn.
Oh. Thought you were shooting at me. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to shoot at it. Yeah, I still don't really have anything else I can do. So that will be... Oh, that was so almost a natural 20, but it was not. It was a 19.
That won't hit now.
And the second hit is... Oh, it's a 20.
Is that with disadvantage?
Oh, I'm at disadvantage for attacking.
For everything.
In that case, would that have been one hit? So that would be a 19 and a 20 for a 19.
If that's how you want to roll it, Sean, that's fine.
I mean, I've got to click this button 4 times.
Go for
So
it.
next one is disadvantage. Could have been a natural 20, but instead it was 22 with disadvantage.
Oh. Yes, that will hit still.
I'm going to reroll that damage because I can as a piercer. And I get one more. It's better than nothing. 8.
8 points of damage. Your second arrow thunks into it. The first one, again, this skittering in time, where it just, you feel like the crew is in one place, but then when you shoot the arrow at it, it skitters and the arrow goes wide.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to go invisible and run again. I'm trying to kind of circle behind it.
Sure. At the end of your turn, Tina, can you make me a dexterity saving throw as the hands come towards you?
With
and the beam of light.
disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, yes. Although I believe you're flat because of the... What does the platinum shield do, Sean?
That is a very good question, and one that I can answer. You have half cover, you have resistance to all sorts of damage, and if you have to make a dex saving throw, then you've got good things.
What are the dex saving throw good things? Because that's what we're doing.
Oh, shit. You take half damage on a fail, no damage on a success.
All right, so flat, disadvantage roll, but...
Okay, so so yes, I already rolled that. So that was 11.
11. So that is a fail, so you take half damage. So let me just roll that.
I suppose it's too late for me to use my reaction to make that. Yeah, because it would be advantage, so that would have been flat instead of a disadvantage.
You would have to just do the whole roll again. So.
Yeah.
71 points of damage, half to 35.
Okay. Did smarts?
As the beam of light goes around you, but the shield in front of you diverts some of it.
You still up?
I'm still up. I'm fine. Just
Delaney
bruised,
kind of
battered.
bounces off the shield, having tried to down Mr. President, and sort of clinks off it and is like, no!
I'm fine. I tell you, I'm always fine.
I don't want to lose you. We need to talk later. We're going to talk.
And it is your turn, Tino. As this happens.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna attempt the same thing I did last time with an immolation again.
So please do. It's a dex saving throw from me.
Dex save, yeah.
Oh god, it's so shit at these. That's an 8. I will use my final legendary resistance.
Oh,
Beans.
you bugger. Okay, does that mean it takes half or just nothing?
Half damage.
Half. Okay, so let's have a look. So, come on, work. So that means it's another 4d6. So I'll just roll the 4. That is, okay, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 fire damage.
How do you want to destroy it?
I would like to very carefully kind of aim the immolation at the sands within the thing and have just those catch fire and just kind of go out and out and out until it's just engulfed in blue flame that's just roaring.
You will return. You will and as the combat ends, that is where we'll take our break. And we will return in a few minutes to pick up. welcome back, everyone. If you weren't with us in the first half, there was a large fight with a creature that was trying to remove the team from Time Team. Gosh, that's a throwback. And unfortunately, as a result, Sir Thorvald has been disintegrated. The team did defeat the creature. It has returned from whence it came. And you are all back in Reggie's cave in what appears to be the normal flow of time. Reggie's there looking over you concernedly, especially at where Sir Torvald was, waiting.
This is life now, isn't it? This is just going to be us until the day we die. It's slowly just going to chase us down and down and down.
It looked pretty broken.
But something bigger, something stronger,
Where does it end?
Didn't Murta say that we could perhaps at some point go and find where they came from? Or she said something about the plane where they came. We could always send them a letter.
Yes, a strongly worded letter.
I mean, you would have to write it, Tina, because I can't.
Yes, I can definitely write it. Oh, only half of us can write now.
I mean, if you destroyed one of them, maybe they will pause for a bit or stop, given your show of magical. May I ask where your friend is?
You just start picking up the pieces.
I could fix that.
I think in this time I would have tried Revivify, knowing that it doesn't work, just trying everything I could.
Yeah, your Revivify, there's not enough water.
Yeah. There's no limbs anymore.
Right. War Council. Let's go. The way I see it, Reginald casts wish. We get our companion back. That's good. I don't think hags have that power. We don't want to get into hag magic again, but it's a possibility. Just also, I will just say for all of you, you're all smart enough to know if you start hearing a voice in the back of your head saying, I can bring him back, get rid of it. Do not make demon deals. We're not going to lose anyone else. Okay.
Ooh, I just heard something saying that they could sort that.
Was it?
That was me.
Yes. Reginald is a separate case here.
I'm not a demon.
Insight check.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Can we insight check that?
21.
Didn't think you were until you suggested it.
I got a 21.
You're pretty convinced that Reggie is not a demon. Does appear to be an ancient gold dragon.
Yeah. Murta keeps telling us that she's here to help us and that she's doing everything she can, but maybe she will know.
I never liked her.
I'm about to say a very unpopular opinion. Please don't hit me.
No one's gonna hit you. We don't hit each other.
I would be very cross if anyone were to hit you.
Yeah.
We're not gonna hit you. Even if there wasn't a huge dragon, we don't hit each other. That's not what we do.
Okay. We got into this trouble because matter subverted the laws of nature. What if we just invite more trouble by bringing Thorvald back from dust?
I mean, we'd be much better suited to face that trouble if there were 5 of us rather than 4. I mean, I feel the same way that Zeleny does, They're going to keep on coming until we can find a resolution to why it is they think that we're incorrect,
They weren't willing to talk to us. We tried. We were all there. We made an effort. I offered a parley and they wouldn't accept it. If we go to this plane, they'll just attack us. They're not reasonable. They are incorrect. They are corrupt and wrong.
I mean, also, forgive me if I'm talking out of line here, but I mean, we've only spoken to the ones that are attacking us so far. I mean, not the presumably, rolling ones that are behind the scenes,
Who sends them? Did we ever find out who sent these?
There was a mention of judging in the middle of the combat.
There is... Go on.
It's. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me. But why would we be part of a prophecy which, tells us that then we were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the prophecy said that we would be in the right time if we did this?
Was there a prophecy? I mean, it got blurted out. I was part of a prophecy, but it's just words. People say you're going to destroy the kingdom, and that's stuck like a worm in the back of your head until the day you die. They put that in. Myrta, I know you're watching us right now. Myrta, if you want us to sort this, you can watching us. Call. We've got the sending stone. Call us, and we might be able to do something. Just put the stone down and just wait.
That's not going to work every time. I don't watch you all the time, I don't watch you when you're sleeping.
Did you watch what just happened, Myrta?
Well, the bits of it that weren't weird. What was happening? Like you were sort of popping in and out of time.
So Turvold's dead. Dead, destroyed.
Oh, I liked him.
We all liked him, that's why we're here. Was that part of your prophecy?
But it's not that clear, Zeleny. It doesn't say, to fulfill the prophecy, you must walk 6 meters in this direction and then attack this thing with your stick, and then one of you will die. And then you attack this thing with your stick, and one of you will die. It's not that clear.
Does the prophecy say that?
You know what? Fuck your prophecy. Fuck you! I'd like to take the sending stone and throw it as far as I can.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's very...
Kick
into
it into
the pool
lake.
outside, yeah.
Throw it into the pond.
Yeah, throw it into the pond.
I know you're still watching us, so you can hear this. Fuck prophecy.
Fuck you.
Fuck. Just in a circle, giving fingers in the air. Right.
That's not very dignified, Zeleny.
Are
Are you sure
I'm not
you're
a
all
knight
right?
anymore.
Do you need a pat on the head?
I kind of would, yes.
Big snout just like taps you on the head.
I go over to Star Trail and sort of like just nose against him, going, "I'm glad you're okay. I didn't forget you. You're still here."
Well, that wasn't Star Trail. That was Reggie. It was a big old dragon pat on the head.
I've got a Reggie pat, and now I'm also going to bring Star Trail in to also say that he's lovely. Right. I assumed that the prophecy mentioned that the 5 of us needed to do it. That was what it seemed to be, that we were frozen. They wouldn't just bring Sir Torvald here and then just let him, unless it's supposed to be, it inspires you to better yourselves and to...
Zeleny, we need to face it. There's no prophecy.
No.
There is no sense to the universe. It's all just chaos. This is Myrta's doing. She thought she was doing a thing, but there just wasn't anything. There's no reason for us to be here.
The gods have forsaken us. I get a tickle my chest. No. We are alone.
Do you feel a kind of answering warmness in your chest? But it's not calling to you. It's present.
Is there something I can help you with?
Zeleny's talking to her chest.
Yeah.
Oh, she's at that again, is she? Zeleny, that's you.
What? I mean, they're not going to get any bigger just looking at them.
I have an athletic build. All right. I think someone has been trying to communicate with me. If they want something, I would like to hear it. Is it one thing to make a deal with a demon, another to make it with a god? I've already given my life to service. Sir Griffin, will your god be able to step in? Are you able to communicate?
He normally just shows up when I smash my weapons into trees. I don't know what it is about me and trees, but I once smashed a troll and it was an ogre into a tree. And I go off on a very rambling story about the time that this happened.
Is there an
I
find that comforting.
Fits in, But moments of great peril or moments of, if you're confused of something, Zeleny, that's usually when the gods tend to try and tip the balance in your favor.
I'm going to go stand in that. I'm going to kneel in that corner. I'm going to try something. If it looks like I'm making a deal with a demon, push me over, okay? I'll let you know. Zeleny gets down on her knees, clasps her hands, and goes, "Right, please. As I said, I'm asking. I would like a little guidance. I don't know who you are. I assume that you have been watching over me. His story isn't finished. He's a good man. He didn't deserve to go out like that. He deserved to go out when he's old and surrounded by sort of slightly blushes many women. and men. It's 2,000 years ago. We're permissive. Is there anybody, please?"
The one thing chest is still there. It remains there.
Right.
Reggie, who has a really high passive perception, just leans down to you, teenage. You did hear me when I said I could do that, right?
Yeah, we did. I think there's something else that we want to wait for. So just let Zanani. It's been a long day, and I just woke up. We'll see what happens with Zeleny, and then we'll see. It's a big decision, Reggie, but thank you.
Beyond the warmth that is there, which is clearly an invitation, but you're not sure what for, no response.
There's a hard thing in Zeleny now. She laid herself prostrate and was willing to make a and gets up. Maybe it was just I enjoyed a good meal. Comes back.
I mean, and this is just, just me thinking out loud. I don't think that Sir Torvald did anything that any of us wouldn't have done. And I like to think that, given the means to, bring us back if we went before our due date, then, you'd have brought me back. And, it's in our power to do the same for Torvald. And that's something that seemed quite simple to me.
You are Reggie. Sorry. Can I call you Reggie? Are we close enough for that?
That was Aoife.
No, I'm turning to Reggie.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Aoife, who had just spoken. I got slightly confused. It's been a lot of people talking.
It was going that A4 has stated that there's a way of doing it. I would like to expand on that you are honestly offering to help us here, even though it is going to hurt, even though it is going to...
Well, I would do anything for Tina, obviously.
We can heal you after if it hurts.
Oh, that's fair. That's very kind of you. I'll just curl up in the corner of this cave, and no one will bother me, and it will be fine. And Thorvald was a very nice, large man.
Great hugs.
I can't personally speak as to his hugging ability, but I'm sure that he did, Tina. I'm sure he did.
It was kind of his whole thing. He would hug enemies all the time.
Oh, I see.
He could distinguish between the good hugs and the bad hugs, you know.
Everyone's felt his chest hair on my back as we ran through the forest. That was a good day.
He told me stories about his spy adventures.
He pulled me out of a pond that he put me in the first place.
He used to give me piggyback rides, which I found incredibly tickling. I want him back.
You do know what that means, Afor. You do realize... I mean... That said, if any of us went back in time, I'm sure that would then be... No, would that be incorrect?
I have a quick question to M. So Sir Griffon has divine intervention, and I know that is a very low likelihood of, it's about 10% of it working.
11?
Would it work for restoring someone back to life? Because it's worded...
Always ask.
I'm going to give it a go with Tempest.
Oh, to God.
I'm just going to walk to probably the most echoey part of the cave by accident. I'd like to be in a quiet place, but it's going to be the most echoey. And there's echoes around. Tempest, old boy. I know it's been a while since we last spoke, and we had lots of laughs when we did last speak, but I've seen many people die. You know that. But this one was special. This one was a knight. And you know what knighthood means to me. You helped me become a knight. And I'm going to look over to the pile of dust on the floor. He deserved better than that. He did go out doing what he loved, but he has more time ahead of him, surely. Could you see if you can put him back together? I've tried. You've seen me try. Anything you could do, I would greatly appreciate, and I'm sure the rest of us would too. And I will roll. It's a D100, isn't it? And I have to get
D100, 11 or below.
Yeah. No, 65.
There is an answering rumble of thunder from the cave, but it sounds... You've communicated with Tempest before. This sounds apologetic.
Apologetic thunder.
Oh, duh.
We tried, old bean, we tried.
Yeah.
So I know I'm not the quickest of, what's the word?
Pigs?
Minds, I was going to say.
Oh.
I'm not known for my thinking, but, it seemed pretty simple to me. Like, yeah, all right, I could use that wish to go home and, see my family, but I mean, I'll still be alive. I can find more ways or I can have other chances of doing that, but where Torvald is right now, he hasn't got any chances. He hasn't got any life to use for anything. So, I'd rather have some kind of life and him have some kind of life than, me get my life back and him have no life at all.
I don't want to drag him out of heaven, though. I don't want him to finally have found a place that he's happy to be with his family.
Usually with these things, if you ask, they get the option. They can say no.
Would that waste your wish, though?
Well, yes, but I mean...
Yeah. At least we asked.
If you're going to ask either way, you can stop worrying about that.
That's true.
He can say no. He could just say, no, I'm quite happy here, thank you. It's very pleasant and I'm having a lovely time.
Sounds like we're all in agreement that we should at least try. If he doesn't want to come, he doesn't want to come. And we'll take it from there.
Agreed.
Okay, Reggie, do your thing.
You're in agreement. He speaks a word in Draconic. Even those of you who speak Draconic would not understand this word. It rings in your ears with power. David, where is Torvald? What does the afterlife look like?
So Torvald was an ancient Mulhorandi. So the Mulhorandi gods are more or less based on the ancient Egyptian gods. So he's in the halls of Horus Ray being feasted and telling tales of his prowess. And later on, apparently, everybody gets into the steaming hot pools, and things can lead to another. And it's a very happy afterlife. You know, he's surrounded by not his family, because they weren't very kind to him, but his friends and companions, and apparently there's some sort of timeshare, so you can go and visit other people's afterlives. So it's not a bad thing. He gave his life being heroic, so he's reaping the just rewards. But however, he would feel that if a call was being made, it would be being made because he was needed. So he'd be in two minds.
Well, as you're having this feast, there's almost like a kind of, I guess, like a knocking inside your brain. And you do feel like you're being called back to life. And it is your choice whether you come back or not.
I'm going to roll for it, I think.
Please do.
Odds versus evens. Yeah, okay. So having heard the call, it stands up and says, it would seem the team still needed. It is hard to leave this paradise, but I can only assume that my friends are still in grave danger and not just standing around having, how you say, chinwag.
The person you're speaking to, well, I mean, if you're needed, you're needed, and this will always be here. Afterlives don't tend to move around too much. I mean, I've been here for thousands of years. God, I wish I could go back to life. It gets a bit tedious after a while, all this bathing. All I'm saying is, when you get back, we can go bathing.
Well, look, you want to ever come down as Avatar, hang out with us, it's always cool to kick it with God, you know? And it is reassuring in many ways to know that this place is waiting for me. And I will try to act with honor.
No, you have to keep acting with honor, otherwise the gatekeeper might not let you in. So just, do good things.
Sort of starting to become more translucent. So is there like threshold, or what are you talking about?
I have some pictures in my bag.
And the dust is still there, but Torvald appears as he was when Reggie last saw him, in front of you all. So, Torvald, you have all of your spells, all of your abilities. You are at full hit points.
Are you also, like, when you cast Enlarge on yourself, is that now how big you are? Because that's how Reggie last saw you.
Yeah, Reggie thinks you're actually that big.
Oh,
permanently trapped in a moment in time where I was super large. Sort of mid punch, connecting, stumbling slightly. Where is?
Torvald! And you get a tackling hug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could someone
runs in. Yeah.
In fact, Torvald, could you roll me a D100, please?
You die.
Suffocated under a pile of friends.
the creature from the party comes down instead. It's like, it's my chance.
It's a 41.
Okay, thank you.
It's most strange. Here, have hug, everyone. I seem to remember, perhaps was dream, but there was feast and gods, and everyone was laughing at my jokes. most of the time people don't get them, so it was good. But look, I assume, did I win?
Yeah,
The
you won.
crap out of that thing.
Smashed it.
I didn't do a thing.
So look, afterlife seems to be real, but we have to act with honor. But because I went there and I was fighting time creature order box, then it cannot be wrong for us to be fighting time creature order box. If it was, then it would be dishonorable act.
So it's okay to kill those babies.
Well, so it would seem. Perhaps this is our, how you say, destiny. It's good to see you all. But for me, it's like 1 second.
We still missed you. Yeah. So, arms around. I love you all. I know I haven't been in the best mood recently, but I hope you do realize how important every single one of you is to me.
I'd like to try and grab everybody in a hug, except Reggie, and lift them.
You are 8 foot tall now. You can
I would like to just shout, Reggie, get in here.
just huge dragons.
Reggie's nose just appears like next to you all.
Are we all considered grappled at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
I assume you're all failing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what now?
We go yell at the inevitables, I assume. Take the fight to them. They killed one of our own. We gave them opportunities to talk. They refused. If they had been reasonable, maybe we could have dealt with it. I had assumed that attack would have sent you back in time, but no, they murdered you. They straight up murdered you, and that is not honorable. And for that, they must be punished.
They didn't do what they said they would.
No.
Because they removed, and this is quite an intelligent moment for Cersei, because they removed us from the wrong timeline. That wasn't what they said they would do. If we were indeed incorrect, which I don't believe we are.
We brought an entire race back. And if that's not heroic, then thousands have an opportunity to live and to be. We probably should go see them before we go anywhere. Just to, I hope that they are decent, and I hope they are not fighting each other. But
I just hope they have clothes on, Zeleny, because they
No
didn't
promises.
last time.
hey, put your shirt back on.
To be honest, we often didn't have clothes on, just running around the house.
We can all take Squire and teach them ways of chivalry and friendship and honor and these things. And Zeleny, you can give many scarves.
I will need to find more scarves. This was
Scarf got burnt.
You know what? I think you can count me out of the chivalry and honor and knightly duties. I've had about enough of it, to be honest.
Oh.
I feel like, Princess, you might really enjoy Waterdeep.
Deep water? Well, I can't hold my breath for a very long time.
The city of Waterdeep.
It's this. Why might I enjoy Waterdeep?
I just have a feeling you should go to the yawning portal and just sit there and wait for someone to come over and say hello. I just have this feeling.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a thing.
It's how you get work as an adventurer.
Oh, that sounds fun. And I don't have to worry about lines of succession or doing the right thing and being selfless all the time, right?
I mean, generally adventurers do want to do something like the right thing.
Oh, yeah, I just mean not going out to solve all the evil in the world, and I'm done with that level of responsibility. But if it's just like
I mean,
the fun kind of doing good.
Could do all sorts of adventure. You could do like rats in cellars, or like krakens in the bay, or
Ooh, that sounds like it could be.
I hear that
and
they keep finding. I hear they keep finding Nethery cities everywhere to explore. I mean, of course, you remember Nethery cities when they were up.
That sounds like a whale of a time, and you'll be here, so I could just kind of come back and say hi whenever.
Yeah, I feel quite exhausted, actually. I'm just going to have a lie down, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's okay. I can bring you sheep to snack on whenever you wake up.
That would be quite good, actually. I've been having quite a good supply of pigs until recently. I feel like that's going to be smaller.
I'm not going to touch that one.
If you're gonna be doing that, maybe we should be checking up on you. If you're putting aside being a knight, finding the great evil, etc. But maybe you can, listen out. Let us know if you hear anything that sounds big and evil.
I'll let you know, but I really don't think there is a big evil. Maybe everything's evil and that's the whole thing. I don't know. But until I find proof otherwise, there's no destiny, there's no fate. It's all just chaos, and I'm just gonna have a gap year or something, I don't know. And Zeleny, before we part ways, can we have a chat?
Yes. There's a cold look to Zeleny at this point.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that now?
I guess we probably.
Okay, let's take a walk to the lake.
There's a very quiet part of the cave over there if anyone else would like to go and...
You just feel like, I'm so sad. You're like, yep. Okay. So, I will apologize again. I thought in the forest, I thought I was being the way I was treated, and that was not right for me to treat you that way. I would just say that up front. I apologize that I upset you. Sincerely, honestly, hand on heart. I didn't want to upset you.
Okay. Thank you for the apology.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dick move.
Mm-hmm.
But I fucking love you, Zeleny. You're my family. And we're always going to be family, and family argue and make fun of each other, and I'm just glad that you weren't disintegrated.
I am also glad you weren't disintegrated, Tina.
And I'm not a princess now, and you're not technically a princess. But if I was, I would try and unbanish you or whatever, and for what it's worth, my dad was a dick. I'm sorry what he did. And I feel like if I'd known, I would have at least tried to stand by you.
I kept it a secret because, well, as you say, fuck prophecy, but also I thought that she wouldn't want me around if there was a possibility, but you thought that my friendship and my love for you was forced. It wasn't. It has been an honor being your champion. I'm very sad that you are deciding to part ways, but this is a big, brave new world. There are so many things to see. There are cities falling. I've
spent so long trying to be the person I've thought I'm supposed to be. And now I've realized that there is no supposed to be. It's all just random chaos. And I am whoever I am in any given moment. And I hope that that's a lesson that you can take with you wherever you end up. I hope it goes well.
You have released me from my oaths. I am a free agent. I am a knight errant. I am able to. I will. Back in the forest, when I de-squired you, I wanted to tell you what oaths I was going to follow. And it's the things I've learnt, and I hope you don't find me too preachy. I have learnt that kindness is not weakness, and that violence is not strength. And when given the choice between being wise and correct and being kind, you should choose kindness. And those are things that is easy for me to say, but I have not always followed. And having lost a very dear friend and brother today, I hope I will be able to be better. And if you ever want to come back, there's a seat at the table for you always. I realize that's not my position to say it, but it's been an honor.
I'll see you around. But before I go, I tackle you and we fall into the lake in a jovial manner.
Yeah. I think we'll have a wonderful splashy time.
Yeah.
As I try not to drown in my full plate armor.
And I probably kind of pull you down, not realizing that you need to breathe, because I don't need to.
You just get up in my face and go, "This is for my father." Like, no, the ultimate betrayal. Yeah.
Who's the usurper now?
You just pull the tiara out. It's like, you gave that away. You're like, tough luck.
I'm keeping this.
The three of you remaining in the cave. What are you?
Tell me now what you think is next. We're both very heroic, very honorable, strong individuals. It has been a pleasure to be serving with you.
I'm just glad you're back.
Same. It was, no less than you would have done for us, so.
It does give me pause for thought to think about perhaps what I should be doing next. Well, we'll always have companion in me whenever you wish, but there's a thing in back of mind about going to Candlecake and perhaps looking in the library for more information. There is so much we do not know about this time, this world in which we find ourselves, and we've always wanted to have an understanding of any situation in order to know how to do the right thing. And well, now that I know there is threshold, extra keen that I should know what is right and what is wrong before moving forward. Do not worry too much about threshold. It's a God thing.
I mean, I think that the library would definitely be a good place to start. I know that we're maybe questioning that this prophecy is actually real and, whether there is a big evil, but I mean, there's always stuff to fight in there. So, when you're at the library, maybe if you find something that's worth fighting, you let us know. But I probably about high time that I spent some time with my family, I think.
It's a good thing. I'll try and tap you on the back without knocking you over. It's a good thing.
Someone needs to teach him how to read. Does mean that I'm going to have to learn how to read.
I could do with learning how to read as well. Don't tell Zeleny, but I was planning on retirement. And I should very much like to learn how to read and maybe have a go at being a wizard again. Just out of game, my intelligence is -1. It's never going to happen, but he's going to try.
If you would like, before I go to Candlekick, perhaps I can try and assist with you learning to read.
I would love that.
Seems like a much bigger deal than, back in our day. Back in our day was no big thing. You read a map, that's good. Read a book, nerd.
It's how you say different tools for different jobs. And for your maps are some of the most detailed, most intricate I've ever seen. And so Griffon, your knowledge of how to use the world around us and your wisdom has always been inspiration to me. So if I can open up World of Books for you to a level of C-Spot run, then world is, how you say, your mollusk.
I've always admired your eloquence, and I should very much like to try and read properly and write more than just an X or a hoof mark for my name. Could you teach me how to write my name?
Yes, of course. This can be first thing we do.
I think Sir Satane gets a bit giddy at that point and just has to calm himself down.
Like a little horse gallop.
Yeah. little stompy feet. Yeah.
Out by the pool, is there a moment where, Tina, you go back inside and Zeleny, you're left by the pool?
I think there's probably a moment where I just want to sit at the bottom of the pool. So
look out and then she's got this. I step aside, but kind of keeping an eye, like if the bubbles start coming up, I'll jump in. But
there won't be any bubbles.
Don't need to breathe.
Yeah, there's no bubbles at all. You're used to this, though.
Yeah.
Looking down at the water, the still water, rather than seeing Tina at bottom, you see the pool appears to be filled with weapons, discarded shields. And there's someone stood next to you who wasn't there before.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. We need to have a talk.
Don't make this offer very often. As you can see, weapons are not really my thing.
I'll look up now, to actually look at this person.
They're a tall, slender person with long white hair. They look relatively old, relatively androgynous. It's quite hard to pin down their appearance. It looks like it shifts slightly every time you look at them. They're wearing a white robe with like a belt, and they're almost giving off like Gandalf's grey, Gandalf the White vibes, but no beard.
What would it entail?
I need someone to bring peace. And usually I ask people to bring peace by setting things aside, but I appreciate sometimes peace needs a little extra assistance. I have heard your words. I have seen your actions.
Then you know that the gods that I have served before have failed me. But
You never served a god, Zeleny.
I served a kingdom, I suppose. Flawed people.
I'm not suggesting that I'm not flawed, but
No, well,
I perhaps have slightly more longevity than a kingdom.
would it be too rude to ask what I may call you, friend?
Eldath.
Elder.
You'd be aware of Eldath. Eldath is quite an old god. Eldath is the god of peace. Generally, everything that you would know about Eldath is that they are completely against all weapons, all what they generally don't have paladins at all.
This is quite a change for you then.
Not a change, just a secret.
A secret paladin, you say?
Always secret paladins. Sometimes things need nudging. In the right way.
To bring peace to the world.
In a kind way.
Well, I believe I have just stated to my tenants that it's better to be kind, and that violence is not strength, and that kindness is not weakness. I believe you wouldn't disagree with any of those.
I wouldn't be here if you'd said something different.
I put a hand up. Shake on it.
You feel like someone clasp your hand. Not a shake, but just a gentle, like...
Right. Let's do some good.
They're gone. You're looking at Tina again. Do all of you want to go back to Myrtus to check on the pig folk before we close? Or are you happy to assume that Myrta is looking after them?
Is she?
Do we want to go in and kill Murta?
Yeah. I think we need to have a strong word with Murta.
Is Murta not too fixated on her favourite show, i.e. us?
Yeah. We get the soul jar out and go, right, time's up.
Yeah.
And then just say, go, that's not peaceful. I'm like, ugh.
Back in the jar.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to talk about as you walk back to Myrta's?
I think AF was just kind of enjoying the company.
Just enjoying probably the last time we're all going to be together for a while.
Are you on Star again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riding side
Can't get
saddle.
me off.
No. I've put my cloak down and just sort of, again, not to patronise, but just go to make it comfortable. Walking alongside.
AF was possibly sitting on one of Torval's shoulders. I think possibly previously it would have been more of a piggyback, but now it's I have to sit on one because I can't get my legs around your neck.
This is G is like 3/4 circle, then line point to middle.
Ooh, right. So look, kind of like an arrow that you'd use for a direction of path.
Exactly so, yes. You imagine target, dot board, arrow board, target, you move around, and then you hit center.
Right. That makes sense.
This here to remember.
Does Griffon begin with a G?
It doesn't, yes.
Well done.
I'm learning.
And surname begin with C, which is like G, but only half circle.
Not as good as G, understood.
Yes.
Maybe you should change it to Sir Griffin Gertane.
I think I should after that, yes.
I mean, everything is up for grabs now. We can do whatever we like.
As you talk and walk, you approach the farm. The fields are no longer full of pigs, but they are full of people sort of standing confusedly around. And as you approach, it becomes clear they are wearing clothes, but not full sets of clothes. They're wearing like sort of the minimum that you could get away with to make them decent.
EG.
Some of them are just wearing carefully wrapped scarves. Because that's all Myrta had. A heck of a lot of scarves.
No, somebody taught them shame.
They are cast out of Eden. Oh no.
And they are all there, and the house is there. You're welcome to go and have a look inside. Or are you going straight to the field? What? Where are you heading?
You mean can we just go to my people for a bit?
Of course. Take as long as you like.
And it's just going to address kind of as many as can hear him. I realise there's probably hundreds.
You'd like I can hold you up on a platform.
Hello? I don't really know how to say this, but I'm your great, lots of greats granddaddy. Hello.
Hi. What? I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean you are our dad? What is that?
I'm like your dad, but better and older.
I really like my dad.
Oh, I like your dad too. Your dad's awesome.
Oh, good. But you said you were better than my dad.
Oh, I am.
Lots of little whisperings together. But we don't even know you.
Don't worry, we got time for that.
How are you standing up like that? And you notice that a lot of them have sitting down or leaning on things. Very few of them are standing on 2 feet.
I'll kind of hop down off of the shoulder and just start going. Right, so we've got a long way ahead of us, but standing up, I think that's something I can do.
I'm going to start teaching them how to stand up. Are the rest of you going to carry on towards the house to see if Myrta is present?
Yes.
Kind of now thinking that Aeth was going to become the messiah figure for a pig folk religion, and is then going to sweep across the Sword Coast like wildfire. Oh no!
It's no less than he deserves.
I'd just like to say to Sir Griffin Gertain,
That's me.
Do you think it's overkill to set the house on fire?
I mean, she's a bit tinny. I don't know if it would work. She's a bit...
but it's the thought that counts.
I can't tell you yes or no. Tine. That decision is yours.
Sounds like a yes to me.
Maybe we should just go and... Do we want to say anything to her first? We could do it as a last sort of into the sunset.
Big exit. Okay, I'm ready.
Tap.
The door is wide open.
Okay, walk in.
There is no one inside, and it looks like it's been cleared out. There is one sending stone on the table.
That's not much use to us. We threw the other one in a pond. But just for the sake of it, pick it up. Are you there?
It's not going to go anywhere, Tom, because it's the other half of the one that you threw in the pond.
I know, just.
I'm the stupid one, Zeleny.
No, but there might have been another way to contact it.
Reggie gets out of the pond hello?
Hi, Reggie. If that happens, I turn to Tina and go, there you go. Easy way to contact it.
I'm joking.
The timeline changes. Holding it.
What if Reggie got there?
How did I become a robot?
The jar is also gone.
I wonder if any of Aofa's family saw a giant mechanic creature with a giant jar running away.
The jar was quite small, like a jam jar.
With a jam jar running away.
I assume she's moved on. I assume that she was telling the truth in the Warforge. Let us give her the benefit of the doubt.
If I ever see her again, and it's still her in that tin can, I swear I am going to light them. I'm going to light her up.
Again, I cannot argue with that. That's...
We could always make a start with the house, Tina. I mean, start as you mean to go on.
Say no more.
But before we start, maybe for those of you who are staying here, it would be nice to have somewhere with a bed and a kitchen and to be able to have as much tea as you like. She doesn't drink tea, but she seems to have a lot of it. Maybe Aofa would like to live here, to have somewhere dry to rest his head. And anyone else who's staying behind.
Fine, but I'm going to burn something.
Would you like... I could walk with you and to Waterdeep and we will find something to burn. There's probably a haunted house or a bunch of gnolls or maybe, I don't know, bandits. There's always bandits.
There are always bandits and they always need burning.
We do when our bandits are burning.
Okay, I won't burn the house. But something's going up in flames today. Maybe just a book, I don't know.
I'll make you one last vow. Before this day is over, we will find something for you to incinerate. How's that sound?
That is the best vow you've ever made.
Maybe it's not a fire.
Just back my head. Not peaceful. Come on.
Can cook marshmallows.
And with that, unless anyone has something they desperately want to throw in, shall we pull that to a close?
Having said marshmallows, can we just have like one final campfire sitting around that we've broken down some furniture and just for the final time the Frozen Five sit together and
blue for campfire.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We see your silhouettes toasting marshmallows against this blue flame. Thank you so much, everyone, for that final episode. And thank you, everyone who's been watching, for joining us for the final session of Ancient Antics. Hopefully we'll see some of these characters again in other adventures, so do keep an eye out as they make their way in the modern world of Faerun, given that we weren't able to send anyone back in time, as they are all still in our current timeline. So yeah, thank you for joining us for this and for the rest of the campaign. We've had a lot of fun with it. If you enjoyed this show, currently on Mondays, we play every Monday at 6 p.m. and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. On Mondays, we are running alternate weeks. Liz's Shadowfell campaign, a Shadowfell Symphony, which is the all-bard party creating chaos across the Shadowfell, as far as I understand it.
Correct.
And alternating with Noir's campaign Into the Sunset, which is a group of adventurers throughout the life cycle of their adventures, which is very cool. And on Tuesdays, now that we have closed, next week we'll jump back into Warriors of Waterdeep, and we are going into the bit with the mind flares. That's all I got. Into the Heartfelt Depths.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Sean. I really should know that. I haven't started recording it yet. And on Fridays, we stream at 6 p.m. Talk Together, which is our talk show where two of our cast talk to each other about D&D and all sorts of other things. So yes, lots of opportunities to catch content from us. And if you miss it on Twitch, it's all on YouTube, youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg, or you can catch us on podcasts and search for Roll Together RPG on your favourite podcast provider. Once again, a massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. They are super supportive in everything we do. Really appreciate them. And again, you can check out the wiki and the Discord. There'll be links in chat at the moment for both of those. A massive thank you to our sponsors, so Hero Forge, Elderwood Academy and Ultra Pro, and to our supporters, D&D Beyond, Isle Champions Forgotten Realms, Warriors of Waterdeep, and Level Up Dice. Thank you to these wonderful players. Players really make the story, so I really appreciate all of you coming along with me on this journey. And we will see you all again very soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.